You need to stop everything immediately and pay attention, because we just observed one of the most strange yet tactically brilliant matches of the entire WTA season thus far. Alexandra Eala just stepped onto the court in Dubai and didn't simply play a match. She executed a calculated deconstruction of her opponent that concluded with one of the most stunning and sudden retirements we have witnessed in recent years. Welcome back to the channel, where we analyze the game inside the game. And today we are focusing exclusively on the showdown between the Filipino sensation Alexandra Eala and the American powerhouse Hailey Baptiste. A contest that was predicted to be a war, but turned into a survival of the toughest. And if you assume this was merely a lucky win, you are not paying attention to the nuances, because what Eala did in that first set was nothing short of a masterclass in exposing a weakness. Let's set the stage properly, because the context here is absolutely vital. This is a WTA 1000 event. This is the big leagues. The points are massive, the money is huge, and the pressure is suffocating. Eala walks out onto the court, and the first thing you notice is the atmosphere. Dubai is essentially a home tournament for her, due to the massive Filipino expat community residing there. The host noted that the stadium was packed for her match, more than any other contest that day. Think about the pressure that places on a young player. Thousands of people screaming your name expecting you to win. Most teenagers would crumble under that weight. But Eala used it as high-octane fuel. She didn't appear nervous. She looked locked in. And that mental fortitude is the first sign that she is ready for the next tier. Now let's dive into the tactical warfare, because this is where Eala won the match before Baptiste even retired. Hailey Baptiste is known for her heavy hitting. She possesses a massive forehand and a big first serve. But she has a glaring weakness: her movement and her second serve. Eala and her coaching team clearly did their homework, because from the very first point, Eala had one goal and one goal only: attack the second serve. The host used the word mauled to describe what Eala was doing to Baptiste's second serve, and he is 100% correct. Every time Baptiste missed a first serve, you could see Eala step inside the baseline, her eyes lighting up, and she punished the ball. She didn't just put it back in play. She ripped returns deep to the corners, forcing Baptiste to scramble immediately. There was a specific moment in the match at 4-3 in the first set where this strategy completely broke Baptiste. Baptiste missed a first serve, and Eala crushed a return winner. Then Baptiste missed another first serve, and Eala forced an error. It was relentless. It was suffocating. And you could see Baptiste's body language change. She started rushing. She started overhitting. And she started panicking, because she knew that if she didn't land that first serve, she was likely going to lose the point. Eala took away her safety net. She made Baptiste feel like she was walking on a tightrope without a harness. And that kind of psychological pressure is what leads to physical breakdowns. Let's discuss the forehand battle, because this was fascinating to watch. Baptiste has the raw power. She can hit the ball harder than Eala, but Eala has the lefty advantage and superior court coverage. There were rallies where Baptiste would hit a massive shot into the corner, and Eala would just glide over there and send it back with interest, using Baptiste's own pace against her. The host noted that Baptiste struggles when she is on the run, especially on the forehand side, and Eala exploited that ruthlessly. She kept moving the ball side to side, making Baptiste work for every single point, draining her energy bar little by little. It was like watching a boxer fighting a heavy hitter. Eala didn't try to trade knockout blows. She just kept jabbing and moving until her opponent couldn't stand up anymore. The first set scoreline of 6-4 might look close on paper, but if you watched the match, it felt like Eala was in control of the crucial moments. She converted 2 out of her 3 breakpoint opportunities, which is elite efficiency. When she had the chance to kill the set, she didn't hesitate. She hit a forehand cross-court winner on set point that was absolute poetry. It painted the line and left Baptiste standing there watching. That shot was a statement. It said, "I am not here to participate, I am here to dominate," and it secured the first set, which is so often the deciding factor in these grueling WTA matches. Now we have to address the elephant in the room: the retirement. The match ended in the most anticlimactic way possible. Baptiste just walked to the net and shook hands. No medical timeout, no trainer on the court for 20 minutes, just "I'm done." The confusion on the commentary stream was palpable. The host was screaming, "What the hell just happened?" And honestly, we were all thinking the same thing. But as the dust settled, it was revealed that Baptiste was suffering from an abdominal injury. Now let's connect the dots here. Remember how Eala was attacking the serve? Remember how Baptiste was struggling to land her first serve? An abdominal injury makes it incredibly painful to serve. It creates a hitch in your motion and kills your velocity. So in a way, Eala's strategy of attacking the serve actually exacerbated the injury. By forcing Baptiste to hit more second serves, by making her reach and stretch for returns, Eala put more stress on that injured area. It is a brutal sport. Tennis is gladiatorial in that way. If you smell blood, you attack the wound. And Eala, whether she knew about the injury or not, played the perfect game plan to exploit a physically compromised opponent. Baptiste retired because she knew she had zero chance of winning that match without a serve. Eala had taken away her only weapon and left her defenseless. I want to give credit to Alexandra Eala's focus here, because it is very easy to get distracted when your opponent is struggling. When you see someone wincing or moving slowly, you can lose your own rhythm. You can start playing down to their level. But Eala stayed the course. She kept hitting her spots, she kept moving her feet, and she kept the intensity high. She didn't give Baptiste a single inch of breathing room to perhaps recover or catch a second wind. That is the killer instinct that we have been waiting to see from her. In the past, she might have let opponents back into matches, but in Dubai, she slammed the door shut and locked it. Let's also talk about what this win means for her ranking and her career trajectory. Getting a win at a WTA 1000 event is massive. These are the tournaments that define your season. By advancing to the second round, she secures valuable points that will push her closer to the top 100, closer to direct entry into Grand Slams, and closer to being a household name globally, not just in the Philippines. Every win at this level validates the work she has been putting in at the Rafa Nadal Academy. It validates the sacrifices her family has made, and it proves that she belongs on the court with the best players in the world. The host of the video made an interesting comparison regarding Eala's next opponent, Jasmine Paolini, noting that Paolini is a similar player to Osorio, whom Eala has struggled against. But here is the difference. Eala is coming off a short match. She played one set and a bit. She is fresh. She has a full tank of gas. Meanwhile, the rest of the field is grinding through three-set wars. This retirement from Baptiste is a blessing in disguise. It saves Eala's legs for the much tougher physical battle ahead. She gets to practice, she gets to rest, and she gets to scout her next opponent, while everyone else is sweating it out in the Dubai heat. There is also the narrative of luck that haters might try to use. They might say, oh, she only won because Baptiste retired. Do not listen to that noise. Eala won the first set fair and square. She was up a break in the second set, or effectively in control. She was winning the match on merit. The retirement was just the final surrender. You create your own luck in tennis by being prepared and by being physically fit. Baptiste came through qualifiers, and her body broke down. Eala was fit, ready, and resilient. Availability is the best ability, and Eala was the better athlete on the day, period. I was particularly impressed by Eala's backhand down the line in this match. It is a shot that is becoming a real weapon for her. The host called out a few winners she hit off that wing, and it opens up the court so well for her. Because she is a lefty, the cross-court forehand is her natural heavy shot. But when she can flatten out that backhand and go down the line, it freezes opponents. Baptiste didn't know which way to lean. She was getting caught flat-footed constantly, and that variety is what separates Eala from the pack. She has touch, she has angles, and she has the IQ to use them at the right moments. We also have to acknowledge the atmosphere again, because I think it will play a huge role going forward. The home court advantage in Dubai is real. The cheers for every point Eala won were deafening. That kind of energy lifts you up when you are tired, and it intimidates the opponent. Baptiste must have felt like she was playing the villain in a movie. Everywhere she looked, there were people rooting against her. Eala embraced that energy. She smiled. She fist-pumped. She engaged with the crowd. She understands that she is an ambassador for her country, and she wears that responsibility with grace. Seeing her celebrate the win even though it was a retirement showed her class. She checked on her opponent, but she also acknowledged her fans. So looking at the stats from the first set, Eala's unforced errors were low. Her winner count was healthy, but the most important stat was the breakpoint conversion. Converting 2 out of 3 is championship-level efficiency. Often young players get tight on breakpoints. They try to do too much, or they play too passively, hoping for a mistake. Eala played those points with aggression. She took the racket out of Baptiste's hands, and that is the sign of a maturing player. She isn't waiting for you to lose. She is going out there to win. The abdominal injury for Baptiste is unfortunate, and we wish her a speedy recovery because she is a talented player with a bright future. But tennis is a brutal game of attrition. The fact that Eala was able to physically outlast a player who is arguably stronger and more powerful than her speaks volumes about her conditioning. She looks leaner, she looks faster, and she looks ready to run for 3 hours if necessary. That fitness base is what allows her to execute her game plan. You can't hit precise shots if your legs are heavy, and Eala's legs looked light and explosive all match long. So to wrap up this specific encounter, it was a victory of strategy over power, a victory of fitness over fatigue, and a victory of mental toughness over frustration. Alexandra Eala walked into the lion's den and came out without a scratch. She mauled the second serve, she controlled the baseline, and she broke her opponent's will to continue. You cannot ask for a better start to a tournament than that. And if she brings this same level of focus and aggression to the next round against Paolini, we might be witnessing a deep run that shocks the world. I want to know what you guys think about the match. Did you think Eala was going to win even if Baptiste didn't retire? And how impressed were you by her return game attacking that second serve? Sound off in the comments below because I want to hear your analysis. Make sure you like this video so we can keep bringing you these deep dives into the rising stars of the WTA. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you don't miss the breakdown of the next round. Thanks for watching, and remember, in tennis, the match isn't over until the handshake, but sometimes the mental battle is won long before that.